Whoa. So you've decided you want to like sell some magic stuff and make some money. It's not going to be as easy as you think. Hey guys, welcome back. MTG Moxman here. Hope you guys are having an awesome day and welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and join us. And don't forget to join the giveaway. It's in the link below for this month. It's our dual land giveaway. We're going to have a lot of fun with it, guys. It's going to be exciting. And here we are closing in on that big 1,000 mark. So thank you everyone who helped me get here. You guys are awesome. I appreciate every single one of you every day, guys. Thanks for all the emails and messages. It really does help the channel a lot. Rock on, guys. Okay, so today I thought we would talk about making some money in Magic and selling your cards, selling stuff off, and how easy you think it's going to be. Well, I gotta be honest, it's not going to be easy, guys. It's not going to be easy at all. And there are lots of variable factors you have to kind of take into account when you're thinking about selling stuff. And I thought we'd talk about that tonight and go over some of the factors that affect what you guys will get versus what you want, the market you're selling in, the people you're selling to, and all the variables that go into it. So I have a nice little thing here I thought we'd go over, spend a little time hashing it out, just so we can all reason with each other. Please leave comments below. I'd love to hear some of the stuff that's happened to you guys when you've bought or sold things. And here we go. So let's go over here, and we'll pop this up. Okay, so we can keep this up as our little member thing. All right, so things to consider when selling. Now, I didn't really put these in a good order, I realized, but I put them out there. So first of all, it's the market. Now, the market you're selling in will determine if you're going to sell at all. Is it a favorable climate to you? Have you stored the cards, had them for a while? Is it a card you're not going to use? So I'm just putting this down here. Is it not going to be a card you're going to use and play with? Are there cards you don't value, but other people would? That's a lot of the factors that will affect the market you're selling into. If you're selling revised dual lands, this is a great time right now. The price have shot up huge. Even the dual lands I have that I'm adding to the giveaway, they've gone up considerably in value before we even did the giveaway. It's going to be a lot of money, depending on what you're selling. Some cards may only be $1 or $2, and you think they're not really worth selling unless you can get a giant lump sum. That market of what people are paying for those cards are what's going to affect you. So, let's say you're going to a store, an average Magic store. You're going to walk in and say you have, maybe I shouldn't have put that down, huh? You got this binder of cards. You go, okay, I got City of Shadows, Copy Artifact, and you've gone over the buy list. You know what they're after. You see their sell lists. You've checked it out. You're feeling confident. But then they get in there and they look at this card and they say, you got a nice Copy Artifact there, huh? Well, let's be honest here, John. It's got some scuffing, some edge wear, a few lines and dings in here. This is moderately played. I know we told you we'd give you 20, but after viewing and holding the card, we're only going to give you $4. And in your head, you're going, what? Because you thought this was a $20 card. And this will go on card after card after card. Because they've got to view the cards to make sure it's their definition of near mint. Their definition. Not yours, theirs. And let me tell you, their store is a lot more stringent than you guys are at home. When you're just looking at a card, you go, oh, there's no nicks, no dings, no nothing. This is amazing. If they see one little line that they can knock it down on, they will. Okay? Their job is to make money. So, number one, they're offering you 50 cents on the dollar. If it's a very sought-after card, which they are highly in demand, they know they'll move it in a day or two, they may even give you 60 cents, 70 cents on the dollar. Maybe. They'll try not to, but they might, depending on your relationship with your store. Now, that still doesn't sound very good, does it? But let's just say that's what they're going to give you. After they've gone through all your cards, and that one or two cards they gave you 70 cents on the dollar, they've already made that money up. I'll be honest, they've already made that money up. They've knocked down a few other cards, calculated in their heads, and it's all going to be a wash to them. So they don't care. They are totally understanding that you felt that card was a higher knock card, but they're going to dig another card you may not mind, save themselves a few dollars here, a few dollars there, and before you know it, that advantage you thought you had is gone. And it's not a bad thing. It's just that's how the store's got to make their money too, right? They got employees to pay, they got overhead, they've got to pay the rent, they've got utilities. beautiful shelves full of stuff that's sitting there for months on end. They got to keep that overhead moving and churning and burning, right? And if they don't, they go out of business. So we can understand where the store is coming from. But that doesn't mean you, as the seller, has to accept it. Be prepared to walk away from the store. If that store is not giving you what you want, what you feel the cards are worth, you have to be able to walk away and say, you know what? It's okay. I'm just going to hold on to them. I remember I was selling Ugins, and I was getting like 85 bucks a pop. There was a few that they only wanted to give me $30 for because they were French instead of English. I'm like, look, if they were like, 20% off, I understand. But I'm not taking an 80% haircut. It's not going to happen. So I kept those cards. I sold the good ones, kept the other ones. The store should be indifferent to you. Whatever you decide to keep, they shouldn't care. Now, if they take it personally, you may be hurting your relationship with that store. But you, as the person selling the cards, have to be prepared to walk away. Okay? You got to be prepared to walk away. Now, there's not just stores you can sell to. When I'm talking about a store, I'm talking any area in which you can sell that card. That could be Craigslist, Kijiji. There you're going to get like 80 cents on the dollar because people are paying below store, but above the 50 cents a store is going to pay. But not top dollar they're going to pay on like an eBay type thing. But it's one or the other. Now, if it's a very sought after card, reserve list, Black Lotus, you're not going to sell that on Craigslist or Kijiji. You're going to get hosed, you're going to get scammed. You're going to have to go to a big place like eBay. You're going to have to hit a store or take a major hit selling at the store. But it could happen. You may have to sell, but maybe you don't want to sell. You guys have to decide that when you visit that store or that marketplace in which you're selling the card in. Know that that's going to happen. Understand that's the way things work. There is no other ins, ands, or buts. No matter how good you think your relationship is, John, the store owner, does not want to close up his store because he gave you a good deal and fire employees and lose his overhead and lose his business over it. That's not the way capitalism works, guys. So you have to be prepared to walk away if that value that you think that card is worth is not there, okay? Because they have 1,000 other people who sell them cards all the time. And it's hard to find that breaking point, and a lot of people just give up and sell the cards. I'm telling you, you don't have to. You can decide what you want to do with that, okay? I'm telling you for real, you can do it. All right, now, you're settling on that price. You're saying, hey, man, here, let's just flip to a card. We're going to say, okay, you've decided that this Nova Pentacle here from Legends is worth 50 bucks. They're going to give you 25 or 35 in store credit. But you want the cash. You say, okay, 25. Now you have to decide if it's worth that price, like we just talked about. You have to say, oh, it's getting to me. Is it really worth it? Should I be selling it? That's for you to decide. Everyone's situation is different, right? If you don't have to sell the card, you wouldn't be there unless you're trying to trade up for something better. But understand, they're still winning. The store always wins. It's like gambling. The house always wins. Because when you buy from the store, they're just giving you some stock they already have, and they have a chance to make cash off that card. So understand that, and don't feel bad about it, because that's the way the business works. So you want that 25 bucks, you take your 25, you're out the door. Or you're going to go to Craigslist, or you're trying to get 40 bucks. Or you'll put on eBay, knock 5% off to be below everyone else on eBay, and wait for it to sell on eBay. But imagine you sell on eBay. Let me close the book up. Let me toss the book down. Let's get serious here. You've just decided to sell on eBay. I sell on eBay all the time, by the way, guys. You can find me there. I'm 416 Boomstick. You'll find me there. So you see me on eBay, you're like, hey man, guy's on eBay. I like that box of cards. It's like 120 bucks. So I can sell mine for like 110, make my money. Okay, so you put your box up for 110, and Bill Tackins in Pennsylvania buys your box. So now you got to package that box. You got to go buy the materials. Scissors, tape. Hopefully you have some, but you may not. It's still an expense. You got to get a good box. One that can be labeled and put into the post office. You got to tape all the seams. Put proper packing material. It's going to take you 20, 30, 40 minutes to do all that, at least. Then you got to do up all the sheets, send it for processing at the post office. Was that really worth the time? That's the other thing. You just sent it yourself. You sold for 110 instead of like 90 at a store. But you're not really up as much as you think, are you? Because you've just spent time and effort doing something. You have to make that decision. Okay? I sometimes choose to go one way, or I sometimes choose to go the other. You guys will decide the same thing. Some people want every penny they can scrape out of it. Totally understandable. But now, we sold that box for 110. We spent a little bit of time, which we said we don't mind. Maybe $1, $1.50 in packing materials because we had a few things lying around. So we're still up 108. 108's good. We're doing good on 108. But guess what? You sold it. You've sent it. He's happy. He leaves you positive feedback. He didn't hose you. He wasn't a liar or a cheater. Way to go. Good choice. But now you got eBay fees taking 5% of your profit. Oh my goodness. Not only eBay fees, you just paid a PayPal fee, transaction fee of 1.5%, 2%. Now you're down to $93. So you're only $3 up on what the store was going to pay you. That's crazy. It happens all the time. The profit margins are different based on what you're selling, the time you're selling it, and the costing. When I sell a box on eBay, I must double my money. I don't get to keep double, but I have to double it because I have to do the packing materials, the shipping. I got to pay any fees that's associated with it, PayPal and eBay fees. So let's say it's a $200 box. I paid $100. I've waited 9 years. I sell it for $200. I'm going to walk away with about $150, $160. I only made a 25-30% profit in 10 years. Breaking that down, it's about 4% a year. It's not as big as you think. It can be on certain boxes that jump up faster than others, but generally speaking, my experience has been that's how it ends up. So you thought you wanted to make some money in magic. It doesn't seem as easy as it is, does it? Because those fees and that price you sell at are what you're going to walk away with at that bottom line of the money. And the bottom line's not as good as you thought. The bottom line, you have to decide if it was worth your time and effort. That's why stores always win. Because a lot of times we don't send this stuff over eBay. We don't ship it. And that's why the big stores win. Because they're taking 50% haircut on our cards. So even when they sit on it, they're still winning. Because eventually somebody's going to buy the card. Okay? Not the bulk. But key cards. Cards we really want and that players really want. They're going to sell them over and over. Right? So now you've taken home your profit of $93 out of that $110. So okay, you've lost 17. You lost like 20% almost, 16%. But it's okay. You've got your money now. Now you just decide to yourself, man, was that worth the hassle? Was that worth the effort I just went through to make that few dollars? Again, I sometimes feel no, it's not. That's why I always say it has to double my money. Whenever you see my stuff, it's basically double what I paid for it. Because that's how I can determine I've made enough money to make up all the time and effort of holding those boxes sealed literally for a decade at a time in some cases. You guys see the boxes back here. Some of these boxes like cons, they're like 2013. That means they've been sitting on my shelf for 7 years. I didn't buy them. I bought them back then. I don't buy usually at the end of cycles. I buy at the beginning of a cycle because that's when I try to save my money. Now the Homelands and stuff here, no, it's not quite as old, but neither here nor there. It's the fact that you have to decide if you should like take that bottom line money or do you just pick up your product and go home. Now when I say you take it home, you are taking your product home because you've given up. You're not going to sell it to the store. You're not going to sell it on eBay. You are taking it home. Now the longer you sit on it, the higher chance of better profits, which is why I say double. It must be double. If it's not double, I usually don't sell. I'll just take it off because if prices fall, it's not worth for me to sell. I can wait longer. But I'm a very slow buyer. You're seeing like decades of buying here, guys. Decades. Right? Like I've been at it a very long time. I am not an alpha investment. I am not open boosters. I'm not one of these rich YouTubers, guys. I scrounge for every penny and dime that I get. And the people on my Patreon who help me help make this even possible for me to do the videos I do now. Because it costs a lot of money to do that many box openings. It does that much. A collector booster alone is $300-400. We're talking chunks of paychecks. Most people don't have that money to spend, right? I've told you guys before, always take care of family first. You got to pay your bills. Never support a habit you can't afford to do. So sometimes you just got to pick this stuff up, take it home, sit on it for longer. Now, individual cards, that's up to you because, you know, standard rotate, stuff like that. But selling a single card never makes on eBay unless it's a high value card, like a Power of 9, because you have all these fees attached. Selling a $2, $3 card, I understand that's not going to make you money. I understand that. And that's okay. You're hoping to sell allotment of cards. You can always build an allotment yourself. You can say, hey, I'm selling these 50 cards, add the values up, divide it in half, because you got to take a hit to sell that many, and say, here's my allotment. that may work, right? Or you see, hope you have a local community of people you can sell to and get those cards out, right? Those are the best ways to do it, what I'm saying. Or you just give up. You give up, you take this stuff home, and you sit on it for a very long period of time until it goes up in value. Knowing the fact that sometimes it never goes up in value. Stuff that's been opened. Sealed boosters always seem to hold a minimal amount of value. But even then, I've told you guys in the last couple of videos, the values are outpacing. Things are not adding up the way they used to. The new booster prices are being pushed so high by Wizards, going up so fast, $5 here every year, you know, it's outpacing what you can make by saving a booster sealed. So, it's kind of scary when you can say, okay, a gate crash, which does have, like, you're still talking Shocklands, is cheaper than buying Ravnica Allegiance. Look how many years distance between those two, but it's cheaper to buy Gate Crash. By like 20, 30 bucks a box. Guys, things are out of whack that way. Okay, they are. So maybe you just want to give up. If it's sealed product, hold on to it for a very long period of time. 10 years plus, guys, 10 years plus. I used to say 5 to 7, but the way things are going, I don't know, man. You're going to need a longer time to get that money out, okay? So don't feel disappointed. You did it on purpose. You remember, if you're buying a sealed product you don't intend on opening, it's there to sit, look cool. I mean, it's a great conversation piece. I love chatting about it when my buddy's over. But that's what it's there for, okay? And as boxes get opened, and Gate Crash is being opened, you still see cons being opened, the supply dwindles. That makes those boxes that much rare. And yeah, I held in a yawn there. I was trying not to yawn on screen. I don't have my water here to keep me occupied. So please keep that stuff in mind before you go to sell. Understand what you're walking into when you go into a store. When you're going to sell something to a store or to a buddy or to a friend. Work out the price ahead of time, what you consider the bottom line dollar to accept for your product will be. Okay, whatever you're selling. It can work with anything you're selling, guys. Remember, I'm hoping to pay off all my bills, as I've told you guys, get things in line so I can renovate down here, right? Because I don't have enough money coming in to pay for all the stuff in my life. I need to renovate this to rent it out. And I'll be moving this home little fun stuff upstairs in my house. So I won't be in the basement anymore about a year and a half from now. Assuming I can save the money to do all that. Now, not save, sorry. Bank loan. Right? Because you can't save for that kind of renovation. But that's how it goes. So I will be clearing out some of my toys and some of my stuff. No, not my magic stuff. I'm keeping my magic stuff. It can be stacked neatly. But some of these toys take up a lot of room. So some will be boxed, some will be sold. Right? That's my reason for doing it for me. I gotta check my market, decide what's worth selling, what's worth going to a pawn store, and what's gonna go to the curb. Sometimes it gotta go to the curb. It's just stuff. But when it comes to magic cards, those are storable, stackable, easy to keep in big boxes. They're fine. Okay? But that's what's gotta decide for you why you would sell or not sell something. Right? Maybe it's time to give up. Maybe it's time to take it home. What's your bottom line you're gonna accept? What are the fees associated with what you're selling? Think about these things when you're doing it, guys. They will make a huge difference. And if you decide to sell privately, to a store, to a friend, okay? It really will make a difference. And if you're selling to a friend, you've always got to cut your friend a deal, okay? Always. I'm telling you now, always. That's the rule. And you should be able to buy it back from them at the same price you sold it to them in case they decide they don't want it anymore. Hey guys, and just remember, in closing, to wrap things up nicely, can you make money selling your magic cards? Yes, you can. It is not always easy to sell it and make the money, but the money is there if you're willing to put in the time and effort it takes to draw that money out. So in my opinion, yes, you can make a lot of money in Magic if you're willing to put decades of work into it, space it out nicely, and don't rush. This is not a rush man game. It's a marathon, not a sprint. This is the 50K, not the 100 meter, okay? But that's all I wanted to say. Just a reminder, I changed the video up a little bit. I had a different ending. I switched this one in because I forgot to actually mention, like, yeah, you can make money doing it, guys. So please remember that. Take time. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Thank you to all the people who make this possible. My patrons every month. All you guys tuning in. Yeah, I can't speak. It's all right. It's like a Tuesday. It's weird. All right, guys. I really appreciate everyone watching tonight. Let's see who watched this far into the video. This is like at the end. It's like deep at the end. If you watch this video, say boomstick. Yeah, we'll see how many people actually remember to put that in the comment section. All right? Thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. Awesome to see you all and hear from you all again. Please make sure you leave comments in the comment section below telling me how you guys did when you were selling your Magic cards. Good deals, bad deals, I want to hear them all. Thanks a lot, guys. And again, welcome to all the new subscribers. Glad to have you all here. And hey, if you won something in the prize pool, please let me know. Send me the email so I know you got your prizes, because some people have communicated to me, some people have not. And if it's okay to put your picture and stuff up, please let me know if it's okay, and I will post that in a video as well. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you all tomorrow. Stay frosty. Ha! I'm turning it off. I'm clicking buttons. There's buttons to push. I know. I'm looking down here. Click, 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 click. Hey, thanks a lot, guys, for watching this MTG Moxman. My patrons rock, guys. I don't think you guys realize how much they help out, but my patrons rock. Thank you to all of my patrons. You guys are amazing. There's like 41 of you. It is awesome. Thanks, guys.